Well, hello there. Thanks so much for tuning into this recording where we're going to tell you all about the amazingness you're going to find over at Hackergal. As well, we're going to talk about girls coding, but we're also going to show you a bunch of resources within Hackergal that you can use to get everyone coding in your classrooms. So stick around. I hope you enjoy. Who am I? I'm Michelle Armstrong. I'm the Director of Events and Community at Logix Academy. Logix is thrilled to be able to partner with Hackergal, and I'm happy to be presenting on their behalf. Now, inside this slide deck, you are going to see a whole bunch more links that are going to be helpful to you. So I encourage you, take a moment right now, grab the link to get into this slide deck that we're using. It's either bit.ly/B2S, back to school, -Hackergal, or of course, grab your phone, take a quick picture of that QR code, and that will take you right to this deck where I'll be sharing a few more links with you. All right. If you are brand new to Logix Academy, welcome. We are the nation's largest distributor of robotics equipment and STEM equipment across Canada. Take a look at some of these pictures. You probably have some of these bots in your classroom. That's us. That's Logix. But wait, the part that I work on mostly is thanks to our partnerships with some of these big players. We are the PD provider for Microsoft, Minecraft, Google, Apple. Canva should be on there. Obviously, Hackergal should be on there, and so many more. But we are very proud to be able to provide programming for students and teachers like you on all things technology. So that's kind of my baby. Happy to be able to do the fun work that we do. And this workshop would not be possible if it were not for our partnership with Hackergal, which of course has funding that comes directly from CanCode. Thank you, CanCode. Thank you, Hackergal. Almost all of our training and student lessons are no cost to you because of funding partners like these guys. So whoop, whoop. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what are we going to do today? We're going to really do a quick drive-by to tell you a little bit about Hackergal, talk about why it's so important to get girls coding. There's a super cool hackathon we're going to tell you about. And then we're going to dive in and just see the amazing lessons inside the Hackergal Hub. Like I mentioned, definitely, if you have a group of girls and you want to get them coding, hooray for you. Amazing. And you're also going to be able to see some of this curriculum, some of these ideas that, are going to just inspire you maybe to get all kids coding as well. So we can do both. But first, let's definitely talk about girls and coding because it's super important. What you will see on the screen right now, this is a link to a very special free opportunity. Logix Academy this year has the distinct pleasure of being able to work directly with any teacher who wants to start a girls coding club. Someone from Logix Academy is going to be right there along the way with you. We'll be there for email support. We'll jump on calls with you. Heck, we'll even do virtual lessons with your club students. So let me say that again. If you are interested in starting a girls coding club at your school, take a quick picture of that QR code right now. That's going to get you signed up to have a Logix Academy mentor help you all along the way. We're going to go in and talk more about, what is the Hackergal Coding Club. I'm going to share this link at the end as well. Just wanted to make sure if you do happen to not stick it out for the whole workshop here, don't forget, come on back, scan this QR code. That's going to get you signed up for a Logix Academy mentor who can help you and your girls coding club all the way for the rest of the year up until the hackathon, which I'll tell you about right away. Okay, so who is Hackergal anyway? Hackergal truly is an incredible organization, really with a vision of getting girls coding, girls and gender diverse learners, getting them together, empowering them to want to code. As we know, girls aren't traditionally associated with coding. And so it's Hackergal's mission to change that. They definitely want to close that gender gap. We know technology roles in industry, typically not girls. And Hackergal's curriculum is designed, hey, girls, not only should we get coding, but let's think about changing our vision on what we want to be when we grow up so that we can be girls in tech. So pretty awesome initiative. Thanks to Hackergal for all of that. So not only is all of their messaging inside the hub about let's get girls coding, all of this culminates in a hackathon, typically around May, where coding clubs from across our entire country get together and code on a full day to solve a challenge that Hackergal gives us. But let's just talk just briefly about, okay, well, what is a Hackergal coding club? I suspect you're familiar just with after-school clubs, lunch hour clubs. What a Hackergal coding club is they provide the curriculum, they provide the ideas, they provide the encouragement from within that Hackergal hub so that your girls continue coding. Your girls are celebrated for their efforts in this coding club, and they are connected to the rest of the coding clubs across Canada when it comes time for that hackathon. We're going to dive into the hub in just a second, but please, oh please, oh please, if you are considering starting a Hackergal club, this is the year to do it, because not only do you have everything that Hackergal has created, like I mentioned earlier, you can be paired with a Logix Academy mentor to help you and those girls all along the way. So this hackathon, so this last year's hackathon was held, I believe it was May 1st. Coding clubs from across this country got together for the entire day, and their goal this last year was to come up with a program that helps us think a little bit more about gender bias. So some of the girls were coding in Scratch. Some of the girls were creating a website using HTML. But our entire country had girls coding to then also address this issue of gender bias, especially gender bias in AI and tech. Something else about this hackathon. So it's a full day event. Teachers, as you can imagine, wait a second, it's a full day during a school day. How can we coordinate that? Hackergal offers supply teacher funding, so you can spend that whole day with your girls to do this hackathon activity. So yep, you heard that right. Hackergal will provide funding to release you from your day of teaching so that you can be there with your girls that entire day of the hackathon. All of this info is all on Hackergal's website. If you do start a club and you've got a Logix Academy mentor, we're going to help you with all of that as well. But that's just that extra little motivation for you. Having a club, period, is awesome. We know it's going to be on your own time, either at lunch or after school. And as a little bit of a give back, Hackergal's there for us to provide that one day of release time so you can celebrate with your girls. What else do I have to tell you? You know what? We're going to dive in, I think, into the Hackergal Hub. That's where all the goodness lives. Basically, inside that Hackergal Hub, which I'll show you in a second, there's facilitator guides for you. There's curriculum for your girls. There's also the dashboard where you can see what lessons your girls are working on. And there's more coming to the visibility of the work that your girls are working on. Great dashboard, great programming, lots of tutorials and tips for you, all inside that Hackergal hub. Well, why don't we just jump on over to the hub so I can show you real time. So may as well go full screen here so you can see it a little bit better. We are going to look inside. So the very first thing, when we go to the Hackergal hub, the first thing you need to do is you're going to eventually sign up for Hackergal. But wait. Don't sign up for Hackergal quite yet. There is an approval process, and that approval process might take a day or two. But before you sign up to a Hackergal coding club, remember that link I gave you earlier to connect you with a Logix Academy mentor. So sign up to get a mentor first, and then we're going to help you get into Hackergal, and we're going to have access to get you approved right away as well. So just know when you get to Hackergal, don't worry about signing up quite yet. Grab that form where you can have a Logix Academy mentor, and then we'll get you all set up on our side. Once we get you all set up, here's what it looks like inside that Hackergal hub. This first feature announcement, this is from the hackathon. It was May. Oh, this is 2025, correct. So that was May 1st to May 3rd. They held hackathon activities this year. That's all going to change once we're back into the new school year. We'll have new announcements in here, but what a cool community that you are now going to be a part of, where you can be learning about different Hackergal activities and have different Hackergal announcements. They always tell you what's new and exciting. So see down at the bottom, here's some new latest resources. So it's just kind of cool to stay in the know about all things tech and Hackergal. I'll just quickly go through some of the menus just to explain what's in there. So the announcements, just like I mentioned, anything new and exciting, that will be there. This learn section, we're going to dive deeper into that. That's where all the curriculum is. So just hold tight on that. Explore. This explore section is great. This is where, if you don't have a Logix Academy mentor, you could get yourself rolling with Hackergal all on your own. But why would you do that when you could get a Logix Academy mentor? But just knowing, if you don't want us, everything's there for you as well. You can have, so this organization, your school or district may have multiple clubs. So potentially, if you get into Hackergal and you go into organization, you might see all of the other schools in your district that have Hackergal clubs. So that's another way, this community that you're building even within your organization, you'll be able to have visibility on who else in your district is also doing some clubs. So that's very cool. Facilitator, this, if you had multiple teachers in your organization, or in your school even, you can have multiple teachers working together on the same club. That's what you would find there. And then your learners. This is where all of the girls that are in your club are going to show up. So this is my learner. This is my daughter, Chloe. But this gives you visibility on what courses they're working on currently. You'll be able to go in there. If you need to reset passwords, you can do that. There's even information, guardian information goes in here. I'm not going to dive in and show you any of that, but just recognize all of your learners in your club are going to show up there for you. And then there's a direct line to Hackergal Help, which you won't need if you have a Logix Academy mentor, but just want to let you know that that's there. Okay, we're going to skip back here to learn. This is where the goodness lives. Over in the Learn tab, here are the list of courses available to your students. Now remember, the Hackergal Club is for girls and gender diverse learners. But I'm an educator previously, in my previous life before Logix, but I get it. I'm always looking for new and exciting things to do with all of my students. So there's really nothing stopping you from taking some of these ideas and sharing them with your entire class as well. So if you have students interested in graphic design, this is a whole course all about using Pixlr. Oh, by the way, this is really designed for students in grades 6 through 8. So keep that in mind. That being said, any of these can be modified for younger students or older students, but grades 6 through 8 is that sweet spot for all of these activities. So we can do graphic design, mobile app development. If you're like girls or students are interested in creating their own mobile app, MIT App Inventor is awesome. This course takes our students through everything. We've got Introduction to Scratch. We've got the adventure style game design. That's more intermediate Scratch. These are the two we're going to focus on today. Scratch programming typically is a great starting place for our students. It's block-based coding. You may have already dabbled in that yourself, but these are two really great self-paced courses for our students to help them learn Scratch. So we'll dive into that introduction in just a second, but I also want to make sure that you also know there's a full course on helping our students create web pages using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, the base level text-based coding to help create web pages. All right. Oh, yeah. And there's more curriculum coming. I do know for a fact there's going to be some more courses added, so stay tuned for those. Let's dive into this introduction to Scratch. I want to show you the course itself. So when you go into any of your Hackergal courses, they look very similar. You've got the overview of the course, then lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. Oh, they even give a little quiz at the end just to test, how well did you pick up the concepts? And then they invite all of our students to submit their projects. Let the world see what they created. And just so you know, if you do want to be part of the hackathon, the girls must have shown that they have completed one of these activities. So by submitting their project, that also makes them eligible to enter the hackathon. But every Scratch course, Hackergal course basically looks and feels the same. Let's dive into this. So if I go into this introduction to Scratch overview, this is what it looks like. So it gives you the overview, then it's going to go into lesson 1. But if your students are just starting out with Scratch, how cool is this? Hackergal is going to take them through step by step. So all of the Hackergal lessons includes this embedded presentation that our students can go through step by step. And this one's awesome for those just starting out with Scratch. Tells them what sprites are. It tells them what the dashboard is. Now we're going to dive into the interface. Inside these presentations are embedded videos as well. So all of the instruction is right there for our students. They can watch videos, they follow the directions, and then they can teach themselves how to do this coding. And you too, right? If you're new to Scratch, these will help you as well. So presentations, embedded video, embedded instructions, images, really user-friendly way to learn any of these topics. I'm going to dive to lesson 2. And the reason I'm diving into lesson 2, this is a super fun activity where students can create their own interactive music player inside Scratch. And Logix Academy is going to be running this very lesson live streamed in September. So all of your students can join, girls or other, but our Logix Academy team is going to walk your students through this lesson where your students can create an interactive music player. So I'm going to just give you just a super quick drive-by. We're basically going to be taking our students, all of our students live streamed through creating an interactive music player. So the video is there. Let me see if I can find a better image of what they'll be creating. Yeah, we're going to be creating some play buttons, some rewind buttons. It's all inside Scratch. Without playing all of these videos for you, just know we are going to help your students learn how to create this interactive music player that not only will play and stop their music, but it's going to rewind to the previous song, fast forward to the next song. All of this using some pretty basic level Scratch-based coding, all inspired to Hackergal for this awesome music player lesson. So I'll show you in just a second how you can make sure your class is signed up to go through this lesson with us. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, just know the curriculum inside Hackergal, so many rich, awesome lesson ideas. This is just an example of one of them. Encourage you definitely to check that out. Okay, let's dive back to our slide deck. Oh, I may as well come back on screen and say hello again to you. So I know that was a very high level overview of who Hackergal is, what the hub is. Just know, incredible organization, helping our girls feel comfortable and connected in coding, and great resources for them to get rolling with that. Like I mentioned once or twice or 10 times, Logix Academy is here for you to be able to help you run your club this year, all free. Make sure, like if I didn't mention that earlier, 100% no cost to you. We're there to help you guide your girls through your club. So we really encourage you. Think about starting a club this year. That link to that form basically tells us, yep, I'm ready to start a club. But you know what? Let's say maybe you're thinking about it, but you're not too sure. You want us to contact you, get you more info. Fill out that form. There's a spot there that says, yeah, I'm not quite ready, but hey, let's get some more info and then maybe I will be. So fill out that form just so we know if you're ready or almost ready. We'd sure love to help you out. And then I mentioned we're running that live streamed co-taught lesson for your students. All you got to do, project us to the front of the screen at the front of the class. If your students have devices, we're going to walk them through that interactive music player activity. No sign-in required. Even if your students don't have a Scratch account, we're going to show them how they can still do this even without a Scratch account. So nice, easy entry. You'll get a chance to see the kind of curriculum that's inside the Hackergal Hub. If you can't join us live, the recording's still awesome. So we encourage you to register anyhow. And there's a bunch of other lessons on there too. So definitely check those out. That's it. This has been a presentation brought to you by Hackergal, our friends at Hackergal. If you want to learn more about them, there's some contact info there. And if you want to connect with us at Logix Academy, events at logixacademy.com, take a moment as well. There's a link to a feedback form. Our partners really want to know that people are hearing their messages. So if you wouldn't mind taking a moment, bit.ly/Logix feedback, and just let us know. How'd we do? And then, yeah, any questions at all, there's someone behind that events email account. We'll get back to you. So don't hesitate to reach out. With that, appreciate your time. All the best with back to school. And for sure, definitely check out Hackergal. Super excited to be able to partner with them this year. With that, I bid you adieu and hope to see you in a workshop or lesson sometime soon. Take care.